Your life is CJ in San Andreas. Level 1, The Exile, Los Santos, 1987. You're 19. Your younger brother Brian is dead and somehow your name is attached to it. Nobody says it directly, but they don't have to. The looks say everything. Even the people who grew up with you on Grove Street have already made up their minds. So you run. Liberty City is loud, cold, and completely indifferent to who you are. You steal cars for Joey Leone's crew. You do what you're told. You survive. But Grove Street never fully leaves your head, no matter how far you get from it. You tell yourself you'll go back one day. You just never say when. 5 years pass. Level 2, The Return, Los Santos, 1992. Your mother is dead. Beverly Johnson was killed in a drive-by. The shooters were ballless, riding in a green car called the Green Saber. You board the first flight back to Los Santos. You didn't come home for your brother's funeral. You're not missing your mother's. The moment your taxi pulls into the neighborhood, cops step in front of the car. Eddie Pulaski and Jimmy Hernandez, members of Crash, the anti-gang unit. They don't arrest you. They do something worse. They plant you at the scene of Officer Pendlebury's murder. Now you're theirs. A free man on a very short leash. Level 3, The Streets, Grove Street. Sweet hasn't changed. He greets you at your mother's funeral not with open arms. 5 years of absence sitting between you like a wall. But you stay. You told yourself you would, and you mean it. You spend the next weeks rebuilding your reputation on the street, one block at a time. You tag walls. You kill crack dealers. You run drive-bys on rival gangs. You pull weapons for Ryder, who still acts like the world owes him something. You meet your sister Kendall's boyfriend. Big Smoke keeps asking you for favors. You do them. But something feels off. The jobs don't line up. You're hitting Vago's stash houses and running interference against Russian gangs, and none of it feels like family business. You don't ask questions yet. Level 4, The Stage, Los Santos music scene. Your old friend Jeffrey has reinvented himself. He goes by OG Loke now, and he's trying to break into the rap game, even when they don't fully deserve it. You steal Mad Dog's rhyme book. You kill his manager. Meanwhile, Tenpenny's tasks keep coming. He points you at the same targets as Big Smoke. Vagos, Russians. The pattern is becoming impossible to ignore. You start connecting dots you don't want to connect. Level 5, The Trap. Sweet has a plan. He wants to reunite the 3 factions of Grove Street families, Seville, Temple, Grove, under one banner. He sets up a meeting at the Jefferson Motel. It gets raided immediately. All of you barely make it out alive through a chaos of gunfire and police helicopters. He tries again. A massive assault on the Ballas. He needs everyone, including you. You're heading to the rendezvous point under the Mulholland interchange when Cesar calls. Urgent. No time to explain. He's watching a meeting. Big Smoke, Ryder, Tenpenny, Ballas, the Green Saber. The same green car that killed your mother. You floor it to Mulholland. Sweet is already in the middle of the ambush, bleeding and surrounded. You fight your way through to him. You get him clear, but the cops arrive before you can run. You wake up in Tenpenny's car, miles from Los Santos. Sweet is in custody. He'll get years. And you've just been driven to the middle of nowhere to deal with a witness who is about to talk to the feds. You have no choice. You never really did. Level 6, The Exile, again. Badlands in San Fierro. You're given a hippie named The Truth. He has marijuana, a van, and more conspiracy theories than sense. Tenpenny wants 3 tons of cannabis to plan on a prosecutor watching him. You need money. That's all you need to know. Caesar introduces you to his cousin, Catalina. She is completely unhinged. She is also in love with you, which makes things complicated. The two of you rob 4 different locations across the countryside to get the cash. She falls hard. You don't feel the same. That's going to be a problem. At a racing event organized by a man named Woozy, the blind leader of the San Fierro Triads, you win a garage and a bet against a silent stranger named Claude. That garage becomes the foundation of a legitimate business. You move to San Fierro. You bring Truth and the 3 tons with you. You start building something real. Level 7, The Syndicate, San Fierro. You have a name now, Loco Syndicate. They're the ones supplying crack to the Ballas, to Big Smoke. to the people who destroyed Grove Street. The operation runs through three men: Jizzy B, a pimp running girls out of the Pleasure Dome, T-Bone Mendez, the muscle, and Mike Terreno, the one nobody's supposed to know about. Ryder is the middleman. Your childhood friend is running drugs to the people who killed your mother. You play them. You take jobs from Jizzy. You get inside. You learn the routes, the contacts, the schedules. Then, when you have everything you need, you burn it down. Jizzy first, then a coordinated hit at Pier 69 that takes out T-Bone and Ryder. Terreno runs. You chase. You shoot his helicopter out of the sky. The Loco Syndicate is gone. You blow up their drug factory with a bomb from Woozy. It's over. Level 8. The truth about Terreno, Tierra Robata. An unknown number, a voice modulator, a message. Work for me, and I'll get your brother out of prison. You go to the meeting point. The man who steps out from behind the voice scrambler is Mike Terreno, alive. And he's not a drug runner. He's a government agent. His whole operation, the syndicate, the contraband, the cartel connections, was intelligence work. Fighting threats in Latin America on behalf of people who don't officially exist. Now he needs you. You steal a jetpack from a military base. You intercept a train and take something classified, a glowing green substance tied to things you don't want to think about. You blow up government aircraft and transport contraband across state lines. All off the books, all deniable. Tenpenny's leverage got you here. Terreno's promise keeps you going. Sweet. Just get sweet out. Level 9. Las Venturas, the Four Dragons Casino. Woozy's built something beautiful in the desert, the Four Dragons Casino. The Sindaco crime family, who co-own a competing casino called Caligula's Palace, want it buried. You help Woozy fight back. But the real play is bigger than sabotage. The operation requires inside access. That comes through Kent Paul, who knows a lawyer named Ken Rosenberg who's trapped in the middle of a three-family war over who controls the casino. You get Ken out. You play the Leone and Forelli families against each other. You let them think he's dead. Then, with the ground cleared, you walk your crew into Caligula's, blow the safe, take the money, and walk out clean. On the streets outside the casino, you find Mad Dog standing on a ledge, drunk, about to jump. His life was dismantled by OG Loke. You save him. He sobers up. He offers you a management deal. You accept. Everyone is starting to owe you something. Level 10. The Reckoning. Sweet walks out of prison. You're there to pick him up. You want to show him everything. The casino stake, the car dealership, the garage, Mad Dog's mansion, what you built from nothing. He doesn't care. All he wants is Grove Street. Fine. You take it back, one block at a time. Then Tenpenny gets into a courtroom and walks out clean. Every charge dropped. The city explodes. Riots burn through Los Santos while you move through the chaos like a man with a list. Big Smoke's crack empire has a fortress now. Floors of armed dealers. You go in alone. You fight through every floor. When you reach the top, Smoke is there. He knows it's over. He doesn't run. He dies with money and no peace. Tenpenny shows up immediately after, trying to take Smoke's cash in the middle of the city burning. You and Sweet chase him through the riot. The fire truck he's driving swerves near the cul-de-sac, your cul-de-sac, and goes over the edge. Frank Tenpenny dies meters from Grove Street. You're standing where you started. The neighborhood is yours. Your brother is free. Your mother's killers are dead. The street didn't beat you. But you're not naive enough to think it's finished with you either. This is CJ's story. He didn't become a legend by being the most powerful man in the room. He became one by refusing to stay down, no matter how many times the city tried to bury him.